Hi guys, welcome back. Another week here at No Clue Garage. Had a pretty good week. Pretty good week. You guys saw last week, man, we kind of got our butts handed to us on this lawnmower. I'm so tired of thinking about that. Um, Told you guys I'd give you a little bit of an update after talking with the mother-in-law. Like I said, this belongs to her. She has opted to buy a new zero turn. So at some point this week, I'm going to just get all these parts and stuff boxed up, get it put up. I think I'm gonna hold on to this because I think maybe when Uncle Sam time of the year comes around, um, I've got 3 deductions sitting in there in the house, so I get a little bit back. I might buy a new engine to put on this, run it here around my house, or maybe sell it. I don't know. It's a little big for what I need for my little lot, but you know, I said we got our butts handed to us on that one. It was a little bit of a letdown, but you know what? We had a good week. So I think this week we're just going to tool around a little bit. I've got a few things I need to take care of. Yeah, straighten up in here a little bit. Not too bad. The wife's bug has some sort of a parasitic draw on the battery. I can't keep the battery charged. It goes dead. Mine can sit 3 weeks, not starting. It'll crank right over. Hers just dead. So I'm going to work on getting a battery charger on it. We'll see if we can't test for a parasitic draw. And then I think the boy wants to work on his little mini bike. I told him he needs to get off his computer, come out here and work with me a little bit. And we might try to get his little mini bike going. If we can get the little engine on there running, I might let him putt around on there a little bit, but I do have quite a bit of a racing engine that we might try to put on there. It's a Briggs & Stratton LO206. So if we do that, I'll explain a little bit more about that engine to you guys. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Also, I'm trying out this new microphone, so I don't know how the audio is going to sound. It's not going to be the best quality because, YouTube's not paying me anything yet, hopefully. So this is the $30 one off the Amazon. It's not the $200-300 Rode mics that I'd like to have, but we'll see. But I need to make some room in here real quick before we do anything. Man, I got a mess going. I'm really good at making messes. You guys like that? I'm really good at making messes. I make more messes than I do anything else. So, I'm going to clear some stuff out here and then we'll get started on something. On something at least. Always keep you a good office chair in your garage. You never know when you just need to sit down, recline back a little bit, and relax. It's pretty nice to have. Oh, these things get heavy after a while. The wife's junk. What do we do with the wife's junk? I don't know. I don't know. Let's make some room. If you guys haven't seen some of my TikToks, you'll know this is what I like to call my pride and joy. I love this thing. I love it. See how she does on a cold start. For those of you who don't know, this is a 1997 FLHP Harley. The FLH series was the Road King. The P at the end means this wasn't originally a police bike that was on the road with a police department. In fact, if you can see the red button here, if you can barely read it there, it still says siren. Doesn't work siren anymore. It works the horn now. But that was the siren button to turn the siren on and off. But I love this thing. Let's see if she'll fire up here. Ignition on, clutch in. I didn't even need to fire it up to back it out. I just wanted to hear nothing like the sound of a Harley in the morning. So I backed up a little too far and caught the bumper of my Bug, but luckily it was just a license plate. Oh, I got too much junk. Told the boy he needed to shut his computer off and come give me a hand. I think I might have to go tell him again. He's at that age where he just loves playing video games with his buds on the computer. So, what's wrong with Mama's car?
Battery.
Battery's dead. What do you do with the dead battery?
Charge it.
Charge it. Alrighty. Here you go, Mr. Tough Guy. Actually, here, I hold that.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're going to put a charger on the wife's car. Before we can troubleshoot the draw, we need to have a good full battery. So we need to get the charger on this thing, see if we can't get some voltages in it. I can jump it off and it'll fire right up and it'll stay running. It's just things about out of gas. So, yeah. Here, dude. Do I have to do everything for you? Boy, can't even get the door open. I got to work on these seats. The linkages are a little out of adjustment. Ow. That thing just hit my ankle. All right, so if any of you guys know Volkswagen Bugs, you know that the battery is conveniently located underneath the back seat, which really sucks if you ever plan on hauling passengers. As you can see, I keep this deal that came with the battery over the positive, and I've got a big, thick piece of rubber here. Because one time when I was a teenager, I had a buddy that had one of these Volkswagen Bugs, and I sat in the back passenger side, and there was no protector over the battery. And these wires right here came across, touched the positive, and arced out and caught the seat on fire. It'll do that. So we're just going to slap a battery charger on here. Let this thing charge up while me and the boy do some other stuff. Oh, let's see. Can't run a battery charger without power, can you? One of these days, I'm going to get this put on a reel. I've got the reels. I just have not put them up yet. Also, one day, I'm going to get my air reel plumbed in. I hear kids. Are the girls in the backyard? Or is that other kids? I think that's other kids. All right, so we got our battery charger going here. 12 volt, 10 amp.
That sounds like an amp.
Okay, we'll just let that battery charger sit there and do its thing for a little bit. All right, dude, what should we do next? What sounds like fun today? Ooh, you keep saying that, you're going to end up cleaning. What do you want to do? I don't know about you, dude. You guys probably can't even see me. I can't see me, so I bet you guys can't. What do you say we try to work on that little bike? That sound like fun? All right, let me get this set up, and we'll go get everything out.
Oh.
All right, so we got a couple things to do before we can get that bike out. So let's come over here and clean this stuff up right here real quick.
Okay.
Because when we get it out, we're going to need to put it on this table.
Okay.
Okay?
Confirm.
First off, this thing is junk. Go put it in the trash can.
Okay.
It doesn't even spin anymore. Sucks, because I like this little fan.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this thing is just too loud.
Okay.
But this worked good. Just go put it in the trash can for me, please.
Okay.
I don't know where you guys are at in the world, but here in Oklahoma, we got mosquitoes that'll they'll eat you alive. I found keep a citronella candle in your garage. It helps a little bit. Doesn't smell the bad. Well, this one doesn't smell bad, but it does help. We're gonna light this sucker up. Try to keep them skeeters out of here. What do you think, dude?
Yeah.
Think it's gonna work?
Fire.
You had enough fire yesterday,
Oh.
burning off them brush piles. Yeah, we got to spend a few hours yesterday playing with some fire, burning off some brush piles out at mother-in-law's. She lives out in the county, so that's how you get rid of tree limbs and stuff like that. And that's what we did, huh?
I held a stick that was on fire on one end.
Yeah. Let's see. Somewhere in this shop, dude, there is a pedestal that stands up. It's about this tall, and it's got a square with like holes.
I remember that.
Yeah. That's where that bench grinder is
Where
supposed
is
to
it?
bolt to. I don't know. I don't really need it now because I eventually want to get this cleared off and mount it to the bench here.
'Cause I remember that.
But you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have an orange engine.
Yeah, that one, I kind of messed that one up when I did my first rebuild and I fired it up with no oil in it.
Oh.
More Volkswagen parts. Mama did clean this shelf off over here. Got all her stuff out so that we can organize and put parts on this shelf now. It's just a project for another day.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah. Windex. We don't need no Windex. Soapy
Windex.
water. Don't need no soapy water. All right. Wheel that sucker out. Get it out over here. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on wheels. Just go that way. Go ahead and close that door if it'll close. Did you run over the cord? All right, there'll work. I think the tires might be flat.
Yeah.
Let's go this way. Okay, front's gonna be lighter, so go to the front. We're gonna pick it up and set it on this table, okay? Ready? You better grab lower. Down by the wheel. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. What happened?
Kickstand?
Yeah, I don't trust the kickstand though.
Yeah, me either.
See, look, I actually had a bike on here before, and that's why I put those there. So, looking for one of those little yellow straps. Goes, don't let go of that bike; it might fall. Hey, while you're there, explain to the people what happened last time you rode that.
So I was driving, and I got a little too close to a tree, and the tree reached out, hit the handlebar, and I rolled or whatever. I was fine, and now it doesn't work for some reason.
What?
Me.
So these new straps came with a bag, storage bag, but they also came with screws that hold them in, and I can't turn it by hand, so I had to walk all the way back up here to get a screwdriver. So did you explain to them what happened?
Yeah, the tree reached out and hit me.
Yeah, I don't think the tree reached out to hit you.
It did.
Why are these not coming out? No, I think you just leaned a little too far. He was getting overconfident and starting to lean into the corners and go faster. It's pretty funny. Just tell him what happened when you wrecked. We're running over. Dude, you okay? You okay? And all we see is a
Thumbs up.
thumbs up from the ground. It's pretty funny. But after that, he wanted to ride again, but we just could not get it to start after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's wrong with it. We're going to have to dig in and see.
I was mostly fine.
Mostly fine? You're a little sore, huh?
I was fine. Could have totally kept driving.
Yeah. So, bud, how's school going?
Good.
Good? Doing anything cool yet?
No, not really.
No. Hey, this week you've got
Um,
what's that club called?
Science club meet.
Science club. He's doing science club where they're gonna. His first project's what? CO2 cars.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys remember that in school where you got the little block. I think it's like balsa wood or something, and you had to design an aerodynamic car that they race with a CO2 cartridge at the back. He's going to get to do that this year. That's going to be pretty
Maybe.
fun.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's the only CO2 car stuff that I know. Boy Scouts do that a lot. They still do it. They have big derbies where they go to where one troop will compete against another, and they'll have big tournaments. And we will do it all right and legal, won't we? Yeah, we're not going to bend the rules, Eddie, because it's for school.
Totally.
Totally. Uh-oh, Mom's got her purse. Alrighty, you're going Walmart?
No.
Okay, we're going to be here with the girls. Is that the girls I hear out back playing? Okay, hardly.
And the bike's probably fine.
It's not raining, so it shouldn't be bad.
Yeah, don't fall.
What even is
That?
what's
That
even
is an antique. Your grandpa gave me that long before he passed away. He found it in an auction.
What is for?
That is an old drop light. You know what a drop light is?
Oh,
As before magnet lights and wireless, like that one I've got, you would have a light on the end of a cord.
Huh.
Like that one that I had in the trailer when we would race. So that would have a wire in there and then it'd have a light bulb. But you see this rubber and this thick glass? This is what they call an explosion proof. So that one would have been used where there was like explosive gases and chemicals and stuff. Whereas if the bulb went out or if the bulb inside broke, it wouldn't create a spark.
Yeah.
If it did, it was all contained in the housing. You have to use those in like chemical factories and stuff like that.
For some reason, there's a bottle in it.
That bottle inside has the screws and stuff that.
Oh. I'll go over here. Oh.
Yeah, hold that bike so we don't. I'm just putting a couple straps on this, guys, so that it doesn't.
Kaploot.
We want it to sit straight up and down. About right there. So pull the bike towards you. And hold it there. Now these aren't like really good.
Yeah.
So they won't support a lot of weight, but they'll hold it upright. Remember that bike that Mr. Ronnie from next door gave you? That old motorcycle that we couldn't get running? It was too far gone. You don't remember? It was like a late 70s Kawasaki, I want to say, 2-stroke. But all the seals and everything were bad in the motor. And I can't order them. They don't make them anymore. So, but that's what I originally had up here. That's why I had this here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. All right, let's get this chair out the way. Hey, look. Orange strap.
All right.
I knew I remember seeing them somewhere. All right, let's turn this around a little
It's
bit.
made in China.
Yeah. Dude, it's 2025. Just about everything's made in China. Kind of sucks, but it is. You can find your root beer. You need some help there. 11 years old. Can't even open your drink. What in the world? All right, dude. So we need to figure out why this thing died and why it won't start.
Let me just.
Yeah, you might want to move that out the way.
Just the top of it was in. Sorry.
So, where to start? What do we need to check first?
Mm.
First thing we're going to do is just go ahead and just give it a quick oil check. I don't think this engine has a low oil cutoff. I mean, I see oil there, but I can't. Yeah, it's got some. It could use a little bit of oil. Let me see if I've got a little remnants of some oil over here.
Probably old oil.
It is. I did an oil change on it before we went out and rode it last time. Yummy. Because I had to put a new pull rope and all that kind of stuff on it. What we got here? We just got some Pure Guard Universal 4-cycle 30-weight oil. I think this is what I use in my lawnmowers.
A sharpener.
Pencil sharpener on the drill press, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
They
don't make this thing easy to put oil in, do they?
It would sharpen it.
It would sharpen it down to nothing.
Yeah, but that's the cool part.
Oh, that's cool. Dude, they don't make this easy at all to put oil in.
Where's the oil thingy?
That hole down there? I can't find my other little funnels. There's a little one up there.
I'm doing this.
Are you breaking my vise?
No, I'm experimenting.
I'm so glad I got a bench vise so that the kids could just crush anything.
It's cool.
It's cool. All right, so I found a little funnel and a piece of hose. It's going to help. You over here learning how to put oil in your deal?
I'm crushing the screw.
Yeah. We're going to be crushing no screw. You need to be learning how to do this stuff. Because one of the days going to come where I'm not going to be around. You're going to have to maintain everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to happen when you got a family and you got a kid. He's got a little mini bike and he wants to get it running. What are you going to do? Come over to my house? Remember, I'm an old guy. I might not be able to work on them.
But
you seeing what I'm doing here?
You're putting it in.
See what I did? I got this little funnel and this hose.
That makes sense.
Now on these, you just want to put enough oil until it kind of starts trickling back out a little bit. Main thing is when you take that cap off, you want to be able to see the oil level in there. I stuck my pinky finger in there and I didn't really get much oil on my finger. So we're going to add a little bit. Some engines have a little electronic sensor in there that if it gets low on oil, it will shut off. I don't think that's what happened to this. I don't even think this engine has that, honestly. Okay, I'm dripping oil everywhere.
Well, don't do that.
Cool. Here, go put this back in the cabinet with all the oil and lubes and stuff. Yes, I feel fancy. I have a cabinet with oil and lubes. It's also got spray paint and lacquer thinners and anything else I just needed somewhere to stash.
And tie-dye stuff.
Oh yeah, all of Mama's tie-dye chemicals. Wife used to make tie-dye shirts and she stored all her chemicals in there. Oh, I don't think that Centronella candle's working. I just got tagged by a mosquito. Whew. All right. So what's next, dude? So I think first thing we need to do is pull the spark plug and see if we've got any spark. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's get this a little closer. All right, so I'm going to need a spark plug socket. You know what a spark plug socket looks like?
No.
One quick way. There's pretty much 2 universal spark plug sockets. Now, some engines nowadays that come from overseas, China and places like that, and some of the older bikes like Hondas and such, some of those older foreign ones will have like a metric size, but 99% of the time you are going to see, so your spark plug sockets, dude, one quick way to identify them is they're usually got where you can put a wrench, because not always can you get a socket on the end, or ratchet on the end. And you're going to have 2 sizes, mostly 5/8 and a 13/16. Or like me, if I'm ever yelling, I'm going to say, give me a spark plug socket. I need the big one, or I need the little one. Big one, little one. Look at your plug here. Yep, see right there? That's going to take the big one. And like I was saying a minute ago, I don't think we can get a ratchet. We cannot. See how there's no room to get a ratchet on the top of there?
You can make one fit.
I don't know. That's pretty tight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go find a wrench that fits this. 7/8 fits-ish.
It fits-ish.
Fits-ish. So you can see that fits on there. Yeah,
recording.
since we can't get a ratchet on the end of this, look, dude, you put that on there. Here. What's the rule when taking stuff off? 99% of the time, it's going to be
Hard.
righty-tighty,
Yeah.
lefty-loosey. So which way does that need to go?
Right.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. We're trying to take it out. So if you're turning that way, you're turning right. If you're turning that way, you're turning left. So put that on there, and what you want to do is turn left that way, which is kind of hard.
That's right.
This is turning left. Look at it at the top of it like a clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can't see. I can't see anything. Sometimes you can only get a little bit. That's why, see with this turned like that?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can turn it that way and stop, but you can't get back on it. If you flip it over, it puts this at a different angle. Then you might be able to get back on it. Make sense?
Mm.
Sitting right in front of the camera.
You're right in front of the camera.
Oh. Man, what is going on with this? Here, let me get where I can see.
Okay.
Okay. So spark plug's loose. It was just the socket binding up in there. All right, dude.
Okay.
Look at that spark plug. What does that tell you? What do you see on that spark plug? Get over here so they can see it. What do you see on that spark plug?
Looks burnt.
Very black. Soot. See? You know what that means?
Dirty.
Rich. Running very rich. What does that mean? When something's running very rich, an engine's running rich,
Not good.
it's getting too much gas.
Yeah.
So if we get this started, we need to adjust the air-fuel mixture on the carburetor because that is running too rich. We'll clean that up with some brake clean before we go back in. So now the next thing we need to do is see if we've got spark. I don't remember how this works. I think circle means on.
Yeah.
So there's a couple ways you can see if we got spark. One is we can put the plug back in there, hold it against a piece of metal, watch the end, see if there's spark jump.
Good idea.
Two, they make... You standing right in the way. They make little tools that you put on the spark plug when it's in there, and then you plug it in there, and it's got a little light, and you'll see the light flash. The fun way, which we should do,
Fun way.
is get a screwdriver and stick it in there, and then I'll let you hold the screwdriver, and when I pull it, if it shocks the pee out of you, then we know it's got spark. Which way do you want to do it?
How about so we stick it in there?
Okay. I say that too, because I don't think I used to have the little light tool. I don't think I have that anymore.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do first is we're going to just give this a quick clean. It's a good plug. It was brand new when I put it in, and he rode it maybe 20, 30 minutes. Didn't ride it long before he decided to play Evel Knievel.
The tree reached out and
I
hit
don't
me.
think the tree, what's the word? Inanimate object?
Inanimate.
An inanimate object like a tree was going to reach out and get you.
Evil tree.
An evil tree.
It was
So
a
now-
very evil tree.
We're going to pop that plug back in there. We're going to hold that against some metal where it's going to be hard to see.
I move.
But now, you see that?
Now. Yeah.
Grab that camera so they can see too.
Let me.
All right, watching the end of that plug. You see it?
Yep.
This thing's got good spark. So we've got good spark. We know that. We've got oil. We know that. So I went ahead and cleaned the end of that spark plug off with some brake clean and a rag. Okay, one thing I am trying to do now, since I got my toolbox all organized and stuff, is when I'm done with the tool, we're going to get that tool. We're going to walk over here and we're going to put it up.
Sounds like you're trying to tell what you tell the girls every time they play.
Pick up your stuff when you're done.
Yet they don't.
Okay, so it's got spark. It's got oil. What do you think we should do now? I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any gas. Ain't got no gas in it. That's drier than the freaking Sahara Desert. So one thing we're going to do,
There's gas in it.
there ain't no gas in it. We want to make sure it's going to at least fire off. Okay?
Maybe.
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 What can we do to make sure it's going to fire off?
Put gas in it.
Well, I mean, gas would work, but before we go that far, in case we got to put, see, there's no fuel shutoff on this line. So what if we find out that it's not really working and we need to rip the carburetor off and this tank's full of gas? Then we got to deal with all that. So what we're going to do is find us some flammable liquids. Brake clean. I don't really,
And use it as gas.
like I said in some of my other videos, I don't really like using brake clean that much. If you use too much, you can wash down the cylinder, start washing the oil off the cylinder walls and cause it to score. But if you're just going to see if something's going to pop and fire off, go for it. That, ether, any of that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure first off that the choke is off. You see that little flapper in there? That is your choke. Right now, see right now I can go all the way through it. The choke's open. That right there, choke's closed. Choke just makes the carburetor suck more fuel when you're first firing it up. So we're going to put that little nozzle in there and give her a couple squirts. Then what are we going to do now, dude?
Don't you need to put the cover back on it?
Huh?
Wasn't there a cover on this?
Yeah, no, we can leave that off when we're testing. See, and it just doesn't want to fire off.
Did I
See, this is the problem we were having that day.
You smell it.
I can feel compression. So why does it not want to start, dude?
Did I break something?
You might have broke
internally?
something.
Hopefully I didn't break it like the lawnmower.
Yeah, no, this stuff is, see, it's got compression. I just don't know why it don't want to run. Something does sound funky in there though, huh? All right, there it comes against. Hey, come around front. I'm going to teach everybody a lesson. Go around the other side. When you're trying to see if something's going to fire off and run, you might want to hook your spark plug cable back up.
Yeah.
We know it's going to run now, right?
Yeah.
Problem is, it tried to take off the table on us. Do you see that?
Maybe don't start it on the table. Or start it on the table.
What?
Ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in it.
But it did a thing.
It did a thing.
It went forward.
It went vroom vroom and moved forward.
On the table.
I still don't like the sound of that engine though.
Yeah.
But it did a thing.
It did a thing.
So what do we do now, dude?
Try it out. Put gas in it and then try it out.
We're going to go right over here like
Okay.
we did. Go.
Oh, it's heavy.
Straight down.
Seems heavier.
Tell you one thing we need to do right now before we do anything else.
What?
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 We put some air in them tires. All right, guys, this is going to get loud for a minute. Once I get this. Who wrapped this thing up last time? Holy moly.
You.
Yeah, it was probably me. That's not too bad. All right. Hold that right there. Don't let it hit the bottom like that. So we need to turn the fuel on. Maybe give it some choke. this the problem we had last time. It wouldn't start. I think we have a carburetor issue.
Is it turned on?
Huh?
Is it turned on?
Yeah, it's on. See, I don't know what happened. This is what it did last time. Just got to warm up, probably. It's a pain to start. You can't ride it.
Yeah.
The minimum age 16. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem.
Is something open?
The needle and seat's stuck.
Huh?
The part that shuts the gas off from going to the carburetor. We do have carburetor issues.
It's dripping fast.
Yeah. And that hose is too stiff to, let me just turn that off for now. All right, guess what, dude? We get to put it back up and take it apart.
Found the problem?
Found a problem.
A problem, yeah.
So we found out that our needle and seat is stuck. As you can see, we got gas going everywhere. Now, I've had this carburetor off before. I've worked on it, cleaned it. Right here. Now, I could just take the nut off the bottom here, drop the bowl, work on the needle and seat, but I think we've got something wrong with this carburetor. Try to get that figured out. Problem I'm going to have, like I told him at the beginning, is this is full of fuel now. So as soon as I take this off, they'll shut offs on the carburetor. It's not on the line. So as soon as I take this line off, we're going to dump all that fuel out. So I'm going to have to try to find some way to grab that. All right, I'm going to try to do something with this fuel.
Yeah.
Get that big fuel can over here and ready to go.
Why couldn't it burn?
Yeah, that's weird. Could have been all the oil residue that was coming off of here. So, get this little constant velocity. I say constant velocity. I don't know the name of those constant tension, the wire type of clamps. We're probably going to have to
cover off.
Yeah, go ahead and take the cover. Probably going to end up having to change this fuel line because this stuff is rock hard. See, what my plan is I want to pop that off and pop that on there, and then we'll drain the fuel into there.
I mean, to hold one in.
Yeah, see, this fuel line is rock hard. Yeah, do that in. Okay.
My fingers are explosive.
All right, so now we're going to let that fuel just drain into that tank. We're still going to get a few little drips out of it, but we've got to change this fuel line. It's harder than a rock and brittle.
The rock.
The Rock? Who's that?
Really?
Hi, Ellie. Yeah, we're working on Bubba's motorcycle.
Maybe. What does it look like?
Painted sock.
Yeah, hose is a little big for that. No, keep it in there. I'm gonna pick up on this. Anything come out?
Yep.
Yeah, see what I mean? The whole bike was leaning forward, so all the fuel was sitting at the front of the tank. Thank you, dude.
You're welcome. Oh. Ow.
Okay.
We just
And we just lost power. Yay. The
Maddie?
girls are going to be mad because they can't play their games.
we
Go
just
check
lost-
on whoever's in the backyard.
Allie.
Make sure
Oh,
they're
we
not
just
like
lost power.
biting into an
I
electrical
know.
cable or
So
something.
we lost power.
Well, guys, I'm going to shut this off for a few minutes until we figure out this power deal. And then we'll come back. All right, so we're back. Power was out for what, hour and a half? Wasn't too bad. Did remind me that I needed to get my generator out and make sure it start and run and everything before wintertime came. There's times here in Oklahoma we'll get ice storms that will knock out the power, sometimes for days. I think the last main one that we had here in this town, this is before we moved here, in our neighborhood here, the neighbor said that we were without power here for about a week. So that was a bad ice storm that year. So, you know, it was a good reminder. I got the generator out, fired it up, it ran. Everything's good there. And I've got mosquitoes flying everywhere. I'll leave that fan on for a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. But I got Cameron back over here, and we are going to get this carburetor off. See if we can't clean it up, figure out what's going on. Hopefully we'll be riding this thing by the end of the day. So we're gonna need some sockets. Some 8mm. Need a ratchet, dude.
Which one?
Out of that drawer. Here, grab me a ratchet. Yep, come here.
What's this used for again?
I have no idea. Oh, that's the cap to that cleaner that's on my toolbox. So don't mess it up. Here, go put that on that cleaner.
I.
Yep. I need a magnetic tray. Or on the vise. Yeah, take that screw out of there too. Somebody's gonna come around and smack their hand on there and poke themselves. Set right there. Alright. Here. Just set it right there. Which way's loosen? Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Which way's loosen? See if it's set up right. Grab the head of this. Grab the socket. Now turn. Is that set up right?
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
See, because you're gonna turn that way. This way it ratchets back. So here, you got 2 nuts right there that you need to take off. Okay? Put your other finger, your other hand, and just push on the back. You don't have to push hard. Okay. See, once it gets too loose to work the ratchet, go to the other one. Okay, now pull that off. Now take the socket off the ratchet here like this, and then just use your fingers to use that and turn that until it comes off. Ah, don't lose it.
It's not important.
Yeah, it's very important.
It's not that important.
I'd get you guys over here and show you what we're doing, but camera's currently on charge. That's why I couldn't record while the power was out.
I'm not on charge.
No,
You said Cameron's on charge.
I didn't say.
Yes, you did.
I said camera.
No, you.
Anyway,
thing.
put that in there.
Ow! Something shocked me.
It shocked you. How did
Something
it shock?
shocked me.
I don't know how anything could shock you. Anyway, here, grab that plastic piece now and carefully pull it this way. We want to be careful because there's gaskets in there.
The whole thing's coming.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is there another?
This
screw?
hose is connected.
Oh, the hose is connected.
The hose is
Yep.
connected.
So we'll get this flat tip screwdriver right here. We'll get right here, and we'll just push that hose off. Okay. Oh, we tore a gasket.
It was probably going to tear anyways.
Probably. This one's not as important. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
We
it was
destroyed
gonna.
that
It was
gasket.
going to tear anyways.
I mean, it's an important gasket, but it's not as important because it's on the outside of the carburetor. This pretty much will keep dirty air from escaping past and going in there. The stuff on this side, that's the big one, because if those gaskets break and we put them back together, then it'll suck extra air in there and it won't work on the
Yeah.
air fuel mixture will be off. So this one's not too bad. We can just kind of put that back together.
Ish, yeah.
Yep. So I already got the fuel line unhooked, which is going to cause trouble. Look at that. Look at how that fuel line just disintegrated.
Yeah.
I don't like that fuel line that gets hard when it gets on gas. So now we're going to reach in here and we're going to slide this out.
Very carefully.
See over here, we still got linkage. That's your throttle linkage for when you roll the throttle. It pulls back on that. No, don't roll it right now. I'm just showing you that's what that is. So we're going to pull that out, and this should turn sideways. Now that's got a weird little zigzag in it. See it?
Yeah.
And that's how you get that out of there. You have to turn it sideways and work that out of there. And then there's usually going to be a spring. This is the governor spring.
Yep.
What's the governor do?
Restricts stuff.
Governs it. Yep. Restricts it to keep it from over revving.
Is that
you
bad?
look at our little spacers broke right here.
Oh yeah.
But it's not too bad because it's just on the outside chip. It's not letting fuel pass. Now see how that's stuck? We got to try to be careful.
Trying to get it off.
And get that off. The spacer is stuck to the carburetor with the gasket in between, and we need to keep that gasket.
Like that?
Like that. Came off in one piece. So we're good. So now we're going to try to figure out what's going on with this.
Does it rattle?
So parts of your carburetor. Okay? This is your fuel shutoff. That'll turn the gas on and off coming from the gas tank right here, okay? This is your choke. You see the butterfly right here? When that's closed, that's going to cause this to suck more fuel. You use that choke when you're first starting it. It'll suck more fuel and help it start. But once you get it running, you need to open it to allow the proper air to come through, okay?
Yeah.
This is your throttle. When you turn the throttle up here on the handle, that opens and closes the other butterfly, allowing more air. That's on the backside of the air fuel. So once you open that up, that's going to allow both air and fuel, more of it to go into the engine, cause it to rev harder. This plastic screw here is your idle. That's it. When it sits there and just runs without putting the gas on, that's what sets how fast it runs. Underneath that idle, you see this plastic deal? You're going to have a jet right there. That is going to be, I don't know if that's your low speed.
It's high.
It's either your low speed or your high speed. I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart. But there's a jet in there we need to clean. Right here, this little screw back here, that's going to be your air fuel mixture. So as it's running, we need to adjust that so that it's not either sucking too much fuel or too little. And then this here is your bowl. Why do they call it a bowl?
It's a bowl.
It's a bowl. It holds gas. Inside here is where your needle and seat are going to be. So you can see right now it's got gas in it. So what we need to do now is we need to get, man, there's a lot in there. Okay, go over there to the right-hand side. 2 drawers up. Find me a 10 millimeter wrench, 10 mm.
10 M&M.
10 M&Ms. So now, see if this was on there and we wanted to just work on that, you could take this screw out and drain the fuel that's in the bowl. We're just going to take the whole thing off. So we're going to break this screw loose. You learning?
Yeah.
See there's an O-ring on there, little gasket O-ring. That's what keeps gas from going through there. You ready? Take the bowl off.
A thing.
That is called your float. When this is upside down like this, how it is on the carburetor, I'm going to do this over here so the camera can see too. Your fuel comes in from the tank, and this picks up, and once it gets to a certain level, it shuts off. The problem we were having earlier, this wasn't shutting that needle off, so the gas just kept filling up. This will shut it off and keep the fuel from running in there. Then it uses some out of the bowl as it's running, then this drops down, it lets more come in. So we need to see, so right now let's test. Oh, fuel's off. Turn the fuel bill on. So if I blow through this right now, we should get air come through. If I push up, it should shut off. and it's shutting off. So one of two things: either we knocked it loose while we were taking it off and it fixed it, or the float level is set too high, so it's not shutting off in time and it's flowing over. But the way that it was flowing out, I believe it was just stuck. So now we're going to pull that pin out. We're going to pull that. See that little thing dangling there? That is your needle. See the little rubber on the end? Mm-hmm. That seats down into this little brass part here called the seat. And that's what shuts the fuel off. Okay? Let me get some little bitty screwdrivers here. So now that we're here, we've got another jet down in here. This is going to be our main jet. When you're throttle open, it's going to suck fuel through that jet and out through the emulsion tube. Okay? So we need to make sure that this jet is open. So I ended up having to find a better bit. It's got a thicker flat tip on it, but I got that jet loose. You got to be really careful with those because they are brass and they will strip out. But you just pull that on out of there. And that is what the jet looks like. And there should be a little hole that you can see through. And I can. So that wasn't too bad. And then on the inside of that should be the emulsion tube, or E-tube, they sometimes call it. Sometimes those come out. This one is, but it's not coming all the way. You get a pick.
The end's a different color now.
You guys need to invest in a good set of picks
metal, right?
too. And they don't have to be good. These come from Harbor Freight, but when you're doing stuff like this, you're going to need to reach out in there, get into things, remove seals, stuff like that. All right, come here, dude.
Okay.
Let me school you a little bit. Come here on by the cameras too, so everybody can see. This is what's called your E-tube or emulsion tube. So if you look, you see there's a whole bunch of holes there.
That's a flute.
Well, it's kind of like a flute, okay?
It's a flute.
And then this is your main jet. So when this is both in the carburetor, this is sitting in there, and this jet's sitting right up against there. Mm-hmm. So as you turn that throttle and you make more air go through that carburetor, this is sucking fuel up from there, and these little holes make it what's the word? Emulsify, something like that. It atomizes the fuel. So instead of just pouring straight liquid fuel in there, it kind of makes it a mist because it burns better.
Yeah.
It burns better as a mist. So this emulsion tube is what does that, and all that fuel comes up through there. So what you want to do when you're cleaning the carburetor, you want to make sure that your jet is clean and clear. And get you a set of cutting torch tip cleaners. Those work great. I'm going to get some out here in a minute, and I'll show you how to use them. But you want to make sure that this hole's clean and all of these holes are open, that there's nothing blocking those, okay? Now that we got that, we are going to take our plastic idle out right here. Idle control. Yeah. And then we're going to take our idle jet out, which is just underneath this little plastic right here. It popped right out. There's not much to it. It's just a plastic piece with a couple holes. You see the little jet there at the end? Mm-hmm. So that's that. I believe that's the idle jet. And then our air fuel mixture. First off, we're going to get this nasty, what do you call this? Rotten fuel line off of here. Feel how hard that is. See if you can break that in two. Look how just brittle it is. It just snapped into two pieces because it's rock hard. All right, so air fuel mixture. We're going to count. Now this, I don't know if this one's right, but to get it close, because we knew that it started up, we're going to count how many screws in until it bottoms out. Half a turn, 1 turn, 1.5. So about 1 3/4. Remember that number, okay? Usually it's between 1.5 to 2 screws. So 1 3/4 turns out. So we're going to take this idle air mixture screw out of here so that we can clean through there too. Now, if I had more time today, I would completely strip this apart and run it through the ultrasonic cleaner, but I don't think we need to do that with this one. If it had a bunch of corrosion and stuff in it, we would do it. See, there's a little tip on here. You want to make sure that's clean. You want to make sure that that inside's clean.
Number again?
1 3/4. Okay, and that is as far as we can take this down. So we're going to do a quick rebuild on this with some brake clean. If you look around the carburetor, you can just see all kinds of ports. Just blow brake clean through it all. Make sure that they're blowing and there's no blockages. See, I'm blowing through this hole in the back and it's coming out the front of the carburetor. So we know that one's open. That one's coming out a hole in the bowl. So we know that one's good. That one's coming out the air fuel mixture, so we know that that's good. So we're going to come to this side and we're going to blow back that way. I can see that one coming out of the little orifices inside the carburetor. Clean out that needle and seat. Clean out the tube there. Top here. Good.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take these little pieces. You see it spray all over the place?
Yeah.
Try to do that. Whenever you're doing this, you should be wearing your safety squints. This stuff burns, it gets in your eyeballs. I know. Okay, I'm blowing brake clean through this emulsion tube, and I can see it spraying out of all the holes, so I don't need to get my tip cleaner out to clean that. But now we're just going to go through all the parts that we took out and make sure that we're clean and spraying through them. Ain't that right, dude?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then our needle. Now you want to be careful on like stuff like your needle and seat, that rubber gasket stuff, because brake clean will swell rubber. So you just want to spray it a little bit and get it dried off pretty quick. If I was to soak anything rubber in like brake clean or anything like that, it will expand it and then it won't seat right, especially a gasket. So now we got to put everything back together. So what should we put back together first? Oh, I didn't clean off our air fuel mixture screw. So we're going to put this back in. What was the air mixture screw set at?
1 3/4.
1 3/4. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this until it seats. You don't want to screw it down really tight. You just want to screw it down until you feel it stop.
The candle's out
Okay, it's because you were playing with it.
now. Where's the lighter?
So right there. Have you seen how much brake clean I've been spraying? I am not giving you a lighter right now. We will go kablooey. So I turned that until I just feel it seat. So now we're going to go back out 1 3/4. Half, 1. I'm going to go 1.5 because we saw from the plug it was running rich. So I don't know if that's it, but we'll adjust this once we get it running and idling. Next, we're going to put our jet back in the top. It just pushes down in place. There's a little notch. Put it the one way that it needs to be. And then put our
That's cool.
idle adjustment screw back in. That will adjust too once we get it on there. I want it to where it just cracks the idle open. And we'll go right there. Now we'll adjust that once we get everything put back together. Okay, next is going to be, what's next? We'll do the E2. It just sits down in there. Then we'll do our jet. Sometimes if you're doing like a performance upgrade, you can enlarge these jets. But if you enlarge it too much, then you'll make the engine run worse and hurt your performance.
It just
So you don't want to do that. Yeah. Okay, jet's back in, E-tube's back in. Now we're going to put the needle and seat back in. So there's a little clip on this float. And if your float is too high or too low, you can adjust that little clip there to set the height. Or this one has this little stop here, and bend it in or out. We're going to look at it here in a minute. But there's a little bail that hangs over the top of your needle. It goes over that clip. And then you just want to drop this in. Did you see any of that, how I just did that? Or are you too busy over there playing with a candle?
I'm not playing with the candle.
Next time this happens, you're going to have to do this.
Okay, yeah.
So you better get over here and start learning. So now I'm just putting in the hinge pin for the float. So if you can see here, if your needle's dropping too far, you can adjust that tab right there to stop it from dropping too far. If it's going too far down, you can adjust that tab on the inside. So basically, I don't know the exact measurement. I've always heard that you want your float to be level when it's stopped. So we're gonna turn the fuel on, blow through. That's about there. And I can already tell by blowing through this from when I did before, that is shutting off. There was probably some junk on the inside of that. Don't want no junk in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, hold that right that. Do not tilt it sideways or anything, because that pin will fall out. I'm going to clean the bowl out with some brake clean and the gasket surface. Make sure it's good. Okay. Give me this. Drop our bowl back on. Okay, so now we need to put this stuff back together. Now we did get lucky that this gasket come off in one piece, but it's got some grit on there, so we're going to clean it up. This is just a paper gasket, so we can spray it down with the brake clean. If it was rubber, you'd want to be a little bit careful. That feels good. So this we know goes on like this because the gasket goes in between there. That gasket looks good and in place. Slide that on. I would bring you guys over here and show. I think I told you guys a minute ago, but my camera is dead, so it's over there charging while we're recording.
Your phone.
Yeah, it's basically my phone. Till I get good YouTube money. Maybe one day, huh?
I'm almost catching up to you.
You are. You've got subscribers on your. He does a channel where he does gaming.
Haven't posted a video in a while.
Yeah, he does a lot of shorts.
Yeah. 31 subscribers.
31 subscribers. I forgot to do something. What did I forget to do? I forgot to put this linkage back on while this is pulled off. So, you see how that's got that little Z curly Q? That's got to go in there, and see how it curves around? And then the other little hole next to it is where the spring goes. And then now we take this, put that on. You learning?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Ish.
You'll get it eventually, dude. Especially once we get your truck.
Yeah.
And you'll learn a lot by doing stuff that you want to do. I'm going to really help you get it going. But then you're going to be like, I want it to sound better. So we're going to go buy you new mufflers, and then you're going to have to cut them off and weld them on. That kind of stuff. You'll learn more once you got something that you're really into.
Yeah.
I can't wait to work on your truck. I want to get your truck good now because I want to drive it before you get it. It's going to be a cool truck. He's got a 1980 Chevy Square Body. It is a long bed step side farm truck that still has like the goat rack, cattle rack in the back where you can, load a single cow, calf, goat, sheep, whatever, and take them to the farm show. We have plans of lowering it on air ride and leaving it patina and leaving it just the way it is as a farm truck. And we're still debating on engine, huh?
Yeah.
We've got a 350, I believe it's a 4-bolt out of a 3/4 ton. But part of me wants to slap an LS in there. Nothing big, like a 5.3, because it's for his first truck. You get in, you turn the key, fuel injection, it starts. It's either going to start or it's not. So we're still debating on that. I don't have an LS, but you know, like I said, we used to race, and I'm thinking of selling off his racing stuff that he doesn't use anymore and using that money towards an LS. I think he'd like it.
Yeah.
Where's the ratchet? You gonna have a stereo system?
And
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe. In a square body truck, there's not much room, but we can put some. If I put a 12 in a VW Bug, we could probably put a couple 10s behind your
Yeah.
seat.
Yeah.
I think we'd get away with doing it. So if we get this running, you're gonna break the law? Ride it up and down the street?
And I'm not 16.
Yeah, well, that's not a law. That's a recommendation from the go-kart people. Here's my random box of hoses. I'm going to see if I can't find a fuel line that'll work in there.
Government's a recommendation.
Like, same way that the speed limit is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that'd fly if you got a ticket, dude.
Geneva suggestion.
That one fuel line I had was perfect, but I don't think it's small enough. I think it's too big. I think this might be too small. Here, hold that so it doesn't fall. Let's see if this actually goes on. Oh, that does go on there. So I need, this was curly cued, and this is actual Gates fuel line. So it's fuel line, but it says not for fuel injection systems. That's fine. We're not running fuel injection. We don't have a high pressure pump here.
Or do we?
Nope. In fact, we don't have a pump at all. High pressure fuel pump
Oh.
on here.
Yeah.
We are doing gravity feed, so
I'm guessing it uses gravity,
it uses gravity.
and I can't do any flips.
Yeah, no. You better not be doing any flips on here.
It would be fun.
No, that would hurt.
Oh. It would still be fun.
I should have probably put this fuel line on there before I put the carburetor on. You quit playing with that candle.
But it's fun. Ow, 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 ow.
One of these days, I'm going to clean out the bugs and get all my tools back together.
Yeah.
These are tight enough. I don't think they'd even need a clamp, but we're going to put it anyway. Now this curly cued around. Ooh, that's not going to be good because it's going to try to kink. Maybe.
That's how the other one was.
Yeah, that's exactly how the other one was. But it's trying to kink that fuel line off. I might have got this a little too long. And it still looks open. We'll try it. If we have starving issues, we'll just do something about that. Okay. I like that little curly cue because it leaves me a spot to get to that fuel mixture. Okay, fuel line, vent, linkage, gaskets. Okay, time to put tools up. Guys, I'm really liking having an organized toolbox, and I'm over here yapping and you guys can't see what I'm talking about, but I showed you in the last video. So, where's the trash can? I missed.
Old fuel tubes don't do well when dipped in wax.
No.
It's a
fuel.
broken one though.
And that funnel over there. It's on the edge of the toolbox. Let's dump some fuel. Okay, that should be enough to let us know. A little bit in there. Here. That back, please.
Okay.
Hi, dude.
Yeah?
Let's see. Fuel's on. I don't see anything running over yet. So that's a good sign. Ignition is on.
Is the fuel open?
Fuel is open.
No,
What was that about? It ran.
but stopped.
Yeah.
Is fuel open?
Yeah, fuel's open. Good. It was just cold.
It's trying to go forward.
Okay, now I'm going to adjust the idle, the air, not idle, the air fuel adjustment. Turn it in so it starts to drive. There it's starting to push that, and it died. So we're going to come back, turn, some choke on. Well, I feel like that surgeon is doing, but this cheap carburetor, the adjustments really don't affect it much. It's really hard to adjust. Leave it right there. Thanks for your help.
Help.
Hey, over there, give me the air cleaner and the cover. What should we do now?
You ride it on the street. Or I do.
Screwdriver?
Wire. Okay.
Here. Put those up. Yeah, the power and everything going out. I don't think we got time today to try to put that other engine on. But we'll at least get this one running.
Other engine.
I was going to put your 206 on here,
Oh, yeah.
your racing engine, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It's because it's going to need a lot of modifications
Yeah.
to do it. So,
It might not even fit.
oh, they'll fit. You just
Oh.
got to do a lot of modification. We have to drill new mounting holes,
Yeah.
adjust the chain, possibly put a new chain on it. All that kind of stuff. Hold that there for a second.
Okay.
You know what we didn't do yet?
What?
What pressure does it say these need to be run at?
It says on the back. On the back. There's a
Tire.
sticker.
Information 1515. I don't like to air that up much more than that because it's expanding a lot.
Yeah.
But it says it's only like 9.
But
We're just going to go with it.
yeah.
Yeah. You think? We should just go with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it down.
Yep, we're going to take it down. 1, 2, 3, go.
Heavier.
Well, that thing's almost got a full tank of gas.
Maybe probably should put the cap on.
Well, I left it off so we could see how much gas. Ignition on.
I'll try it at Garn's house.
You try it there?
Grass is a little softer.
Oh, grass is softer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You gotta learn how to start this thing up.
Yeah.
It's really easy to start now.
Yeah. Does it run?
It runs. It actually runs pretty good.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's a lot easier to start this time too. Last time it was really hard to start. Couldn't get it to start. So, cool. You sure you don't want to try it? Or you want to try it at her house?
Yeah.
Next time we go over there, we'll take it.
Garn has more room.
Yeah, his grandma's got about 4 or 5 acres out there. About 4 acres. And he can ride on the grass. He said grass is softer, huh?
Yeah, it's softer than concrete.
Yep. Okay. So what else should we do today? Oh, we were supposed to work on Mom's car too, huh? It's been charging for a while. Let's see if it'll start. Hey guys, so got the boys mini bike running, and I found out that those new fancy microphones that I got crapped out on me. So I don't know how much of that you guys are gonna hear. And with the power outage that we had earlier, I kind of run out of time today. So I don't know if we're gonna get to really troubleshoot the draw on the wife's car, but it's been on charge for a while. So we're gonna at least see if we can get it to start. Hopefully it will. So hard for me to get in and out of these little cars, and I forgot the keys. Hey, once I can get the keys real quick. All right, got the keys. At least see if it'll start and let it run for a minute. Then I'll check it in a couple of days. That'll kind of give me a baseline of how quick the battery is draining. This thing hasn't been seen the road in about a month. Just haven't had the time to really drive it. So let's see, a couple of pumps. Wow, that fires right up.
I don't know. There could be a couple things in here. There's not much to these cars. There is a stereo in here. It hasn't worked in many years. I kind of have a feeling that that might be the draw. So maybe next week we'll do a proper troubleshoot on it. That power outage eating up time. Them microphones, I sat there for an hour trying to troubleshoot them. I guess that's what I get for buying the $30 Chinesium off of Amazon. But we'll see. I'll send them back. Hopefully they'll send me another pair so they give me my money back. I'll go with a different brand. I don't know. But maybe next weekend we'll do a proper troubleshoot. I just kind of run out of steam. Oh, come on. She's still running. The thing runs pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhook this charger and get my tools put up, get everything put back up in the garage. I'll go inside, clean up, and sit down and watch some NASCAR. Oh man, I'm a little tired. A pretty busy weekend. Didn't get a chance to do any video yesterday because we had to go out to mother-in-law's and had some stuff to do out there. I had to work in the yard, burn a big brush pile, and set on a mower for about 4 hours. The wife helped the mother-in-law, helped her mom lay down some peel and stick tile in her laundry room. So I had to go move the heavy stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to use the rest of the day. I think it's already going on like 3 or 4 o'clock. I'm going to go use the rest of the day to just relax before I start the work week off. So again, guys, I appreciate you sticking with me. I don't know how good this video is going to be. I am really trying to get my son more interested in working on things, and it's working a little bit, but he's just that new generation, wants to play on the computer and video games and stuff like that. I'm trying to teach him that, you know, that's not everything, that, you know, you get out and do some stuff, especially learning skills. So hopefully this video is good enough and that it's entertaining, at least trying to show him how to do some stuff. So I really appreciate you guys that do watch, for watching and subscribing. You know, I haven't grown, the channel hasn't grown much at all. You know, I've got like 30 something subscribers. Maybe one day I'll get good enough and people will start really enjoying. But one thing I've noticed, I don't think I have many likes. If you guys are watching this video and, you know, even if you're just watching for a few minutes, see what I'm getting into, tap that like button for me. You know, tap that like. You think it's a good video, tell your buddies, tell them to subscribe. So I really would appreciate it. So if you want to check out some other stuff, you know, I'm on Facebook and TikTok. I do TikTok's mostly VW stuff. I'll throw some other random stuff on there every now and then too, but trying to get to the point where I can do more of this and bring you guys more content. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. So until next time, we'll see you guys.